My name is Ricky Pittman, and I'm here at Victory Flags in beautiful Flora, Mississippi. And I'm here to do a preview of my book, Stonewall Jackson's Black Sunday School. And this is one of the two books that I've written that have really disturbed many people because it tells a side of the Confederacy and those in the Confederacy that is often ignored in the stereotypes and in the media. In 1855 Virginia, when it was illegal to do so, Stonewall Jackson started a Sunday school for black Americans in the city of Lexington, Virginia. He was a deacon in the church there, the Presbyterian church, and they met on Sunday afternoons every Sunday at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, he promptly locked the door, wouldn't let anyone in, so they had to be on time. But Stonewall taught his students how to read, taught them their catechism, and he gave them all Bibles. Now, one of the little boys that was in that Sunday school grew up to become a Presbyterian pastor himself. And in the city of Roanoke, Virginia, he started a church, and from the black community, he raised money from the black community to build a stained glass window that you can see a artist's picture of in the book, to honor the memory of Stonewall Jackson, who took such a risk and who taught so many people. Because out of that Sunday school came many of the most important pastors, educators, and community leaders in Virginia history. So it was a significant Sunday school, and they were very grateful for that. So this is a story. This book is an accelerated reader book, if your child has that at school. It also received an important award from the Colonial Dames of America. And so I think this is a book that celebrates a great American, and unfortunately, many are trying to erase his memory. And that's why books like this are so important for the children to see and to hear about. Now, the second story I'm going to share with you is the story of the most famous Confederate hog in history. It was a little girl, and her name was Ima Hogg. I kid you not. She was the daughter of Texas Governor Jim Hogg, and so this song honors her. Now, Jim Hogg's father was a Confederate general, and he died in the Battle of Corinth, Mississippi, and was buried there. Well, the Yankees desecrated his grave. His Jim Hogg's brother, who was serving under Jim's father, was so upset by this desecration that he wrote a novel and a poem about a young Southern girl hero, and her name was Ima. Well, Jim Hogg was so impressed with this novel that he said, if I ever have a daughter, I'm going to name her Ima. Well, he had the daughter, and so he kept his word, named her Ima in honor of this Southern hero in this novel. Now, Ima Hogg, when she was young and going to school, had a very difficult time in school, as you can well imagine. Just imagine yourself as a youngster having the name of Ima Hogg. Now, I grew up hearing stories how the governor had two daughters, one named Ima Hogg and one named Ura Hogg. But there was no Ura Hogg. But that story came about because when Ima would have a friend over, the governor would introduce the two girls by saying, "This is my daughter Ima Hogg, and next to her is her sister Ura Hogg." And somebody came over that didn't know he was kidding, and so it spread all over the country that the governor had these two daughters. But there was no Ura Hogg. My grandmother died believing that the governor had two daughters. So anyway, I wrote this song to honor Ima and to tell the story of how she got. And sometimes when I do a school program on Texas history, we will have a dance contest, and the song is called the Ima Hogg Boogie. And if you will email me, I'll be glad to send you an MP3 of the song so that you can play it to your heart's content. And it goes like this. There's a lot of strange names a man might give a kid, but none could ever hope to match the one my father did. James S. Hogg was governor of the Lone Star State. when he named me Ima, I think he made a mistake. My uncle wrote a poem about the Civil War. The hero's name was Ima, name my father did adore. Without thinking of my future, Daddy did something quite insane. James S. Hogg, the governor, he gave me Ima's name. On the day when I was christened, I'm told the preacher laughed, the way my teachers always did when they called my name in class. My imaginary sister, Papa called you Ura just for fun. So if I'm a hog, you're a hog too. Two hogs are better than one. So if I'm a hog, you're a hog too. Two hogs are better than one. But I'm the first lady of Texas. In Mineola I was born. 30 men proposed to me, I rejected them with scorn. Yes, my name is I'm a hog, and I guess it'll always be. But I've got lots of money, so don't make fun of me. And if I'm a hog, you're a hog too. Two hogs are better than one. Yeah, and actually Ima was mistreated in school until her family became millionaires from the oil business. I think he was actually part of that big oil strike there in East Texas. So, the story of Ima Hogg. And Ima Hogg in Houston, there's a house called the Bayou Bend House and Museum, Mansion and Museum, that was her home. And she grew up from school to be a very beautiful lady that was proposed to 30 times. Now, she only had one love of her life, and he died in the early 1900s, probably from Spanish flu. And she never seemed to have loved anyone else. But she was a great lady, very generous with her money, and I wanted to immortalize her with this song. But listen, thank you. I hope you will check out all of the fine merchandise here at Victory Flags. Write me. I always answer every email within 24 hours. If there's a school or a festival or event or something that you would like to see me come as a storyteller and singer, I'd be glad to do that. Thank you very much. There's a lot of strange names a man might give a kid, but none could ever hope to match the one my father did. James S. Hogg was governor of the Lone Star State. But when he named me Ima, I think he made a mistake.